Corinne and Eva.
Oh, okay.
Paper towels. Slobber towel.
Barbershop.
Slobber towel.
We don't have very much mail today.
Wow.
Probably not even enough to get slobbered on.
There you go.
Oh, whatever.
But we have a new ice box.
This is true.
Refrigerator. You see it? No, that's not the way you do it either. We better do it the other way.
That'd probably be a good idea.
You want to hold that up for them so they can see it?
Sure.
Not in front of the microphone.
Oh, you
You can't put it in front of the screen either. Go over there. Okay, here we go.
Holy mackerel.
What happened?
Nothing. Just getting ready.
Okay.
Oh, we've got Texas toast croutons for snack.
Oh, good. I was wondering. I have a couple over here, but I'm getting down. For imprint. We don't need that. A lot of mail we get we don't need. Oh, look at you. Good. I've only got crumbs in the bottom of this thing. I'll fill it back up again. Here we go. Now you can have your old bag full. There we go.
Thank you. That's our new fridge.
Look at this. Look at that.
Yep. Oh.
What is she? Oh, she's ready.
Take the cover off her. There we go. Bail it. Oh.
Excuse me.
What do you got?
These are our props.
Huh?
Cherry and apple.
These are our props.
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 What are you going to do with them now?
The idea is.
You're not going to throw those at me, are you?
Well, no, if I was going to throw it, it'd be a nice cream one.
Oh.
Well, there is cream we can put in.
Oh, yeah, we'll load it up.
Bailey,
Bailey, come on, girl. Go get the
it's
basket.
time to get the basket, Bailey.
Come on, Bailey.
She doesn't want to get out.
Yes, she does. You just got to get organized. There you go. Come on. There the girl.
Oh,
There's nothing we can do to help you there.
good girl, Bail.
You've got to get the back ones down.
Oh, good girl,
There we go.
Bailey. Good girl.
Okay, very, very good.
All right.
Stop talking to everybody here and get the basket.
Oh, poor Bailey.
Good girl. She's bringing it to me.
There we go. Oh, she's got it. Come on, bring it here. Pick it up, the basket. We need the basket. That's a good girl. Hey, you're very pretty good. Oh, she's so good. She's very, very good. Get out of the way because chaos will be around. Here, come here.
Steve, have you got yours ready?
Oh, you don't, we don't.
What's
oh,
that?
She doesn't like this one. Don't open that one.
Okay.
Because
She left.
she didn't like that one. Here.
Okay.
Bailey didn't like that one?
She's gone.
That used to be your
She's-
favorite. Now who got you spoiled?
She's offended.
What's the matter, Bailey? All right, come on, Chaos. Come on over here, girl.
Bailey doesn't like that one.
Good girl, Chaos.
So
What?
much so that she lay on another bed.
Huh?
So much so that she went to another bed.
Oh, well, that
We
happened.
got a high Tess here.
Hi, Tess.
Did you want to try this one? Well, here, maybe you can try this with her.
Okay.
She didn't get her treat because she didn't want that other kind. Maybe she'd like to have this kind. You try it, okay?
Okay.
And if she doesn't eat it, we'll give it to the mother.
That's wonderful.
Colleen, you gotta come this towards you with the camera, one click, and up a half.
Oh, put a spoonful in her mouth. Oh,
You gotta get
whatever
this.
happens. We couldn't be messy. What?
You gotta come towards you, one click, and up a half a click.
Nobody's ever happy with anything. Just because he wants his head to show.
No, it's not me. They're asking.
They'll ask for anything.
They like to see my smiling face. Here, Chaos.
What am I doing? I'm going up a little bit.
Up a half and towards you, one full.
Like
Yep.
that.
Yep, and then,
I don't think a full one at me.
all right. Come on.
Okay, I'll go a full one. Uh-oh, it's the wrong way.
She likes that?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Chaos.
See, that's too
A
much.
little delay there.
Chaos doesn't.
I don't think we'll let it
fight
sit for a minute. Oh, okay, there you go. Hi. No, oh, too much. But that's all right. We'll find out in a minute.
Oh, my head.
Drop some, Hank. Go get it.
She really likes it.
Huh?
She really likes it.
Oh, well, go ahead, clear the door.
Good girl,
She
Gail.
ate from the can, so she didn't cut her tongue on the can.
Is that the same one?
What's, I don't know. I don't know. Chaos doesn't care, she'll eat anything. Oh, I'm sorry, no, that's not true.
Ronnie?
Here you go, babe. Good girl, Chaos. That's all, girl.
That's pretty good.
That look good? Well done, honey. That's it. Nice job. And go back up to your bed.
Except Dana's there.
Yeah, she'll,
That was so funny. She walked.
yeah.
That
That was weird.
predictable. Predictable and unpredictable.
Do we have sound?
I think we do. They've already got questions that haven't even started yet.
Well, they know
First
Steve's
question, can I come to Ipswich? It's 92 degrees in Torrance, California.
Sure, bring that 92 right with you, will you, please?
Oh, no, not 92. 72, perfect.
As opposed to what we got right now, I'll take 92.
Not me.
It's hard
I'll
No,
take it.
really?
It's
Oh,
40.
God, all right, well,
I hate the heat.
I don't like the heat too much either, I must admit, but at least the heat doesn't drip on you quite like this. Too much. Okay.
All right, we have sound.
And we are going to have a refrigerator. This is our big splurge with the very nice information we got from explore.org. I went and bought us a refrigerator before we poison each other with the damn stuff that's growing in the back of the one we have. I've tried to buy a refrigerator that has no rear shelf.
From a very nice company and gentleman
Right.
right down the street.
And by the time we got out of there, we got a donation from him. So we did very well.
Bentley with you?
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Did you take Bentley?
No, she had me.
Not him. Okay.
Service person.
Service animal.
Oh,
Service person.
I keep thinking this is a donation. National Veterinary Association. It's for shopping for George.
Oh,
It's the Costco run. That's not a donation.
oh well.
No, now I can't.
Darn.
I don't.
Where's the fish gonna go? Is it replacing the
See, we go very often to Costco to train the dogs. I don't know how many of these people are new and how many are old.
Lots of new ones after the
There,
birth.
there's a lot of new ones. Okay, so we go to Costco to train the dogs because it's very nice and it's heated and it's air conditioned and it's relatively dry. There's only a few drips here and there. But at any rate, we're there all the time. So it just works out that if George's veterinary office needs to have a bunch of supplies picked up, they email them to me. I give them to Megan. Megan picks up a couple dogs and goes and trains the dogs around Costco while she's picking up George's, shopping, and then she drops it off at his, and then I leave the receipt there, and the office manager sends me a check, and that's what that check was. So that wasn't,
Okay.
that already got charged to me, so that's not a donation. Okay,
More like a wash.
that was a long explanation. I thought I did very well.
You did wonderful.
You just ate pie.
Okay,
Barb Heiss from Pennsylvania has a comment. She says, she tells people when it's cold, you can always put on something more, but when it's hot, there's only so much I can take off without being arrested.
You did.
So she prefers cold enough.
you know what people don't give enough respect to is a spray bottle. The concept of the misters. Those
Oh,
misters.
For the heat?
Yes,
Yeah.
in the hot weather, you can spray. You can put a spray on you.
I'll take the cold.
I'll sit around with a spray bottle. I don't mind.
I'll take
Okay. AT&T Employee Giving Program. Well, that's very nice. I can't figure out who did it, but yet here, let the hell you figure it out.
Oh,
Cynthia Jackson and William Watson on a payroll deduction. Well, wasn't that nice of them? I wonder if I'm supposed to give them bricks for that. Huh. 'Cause I could tear that off. I could tear that off and put that. I don't know who they are, but we'll figure it. I mean, if they win, I could put that in the. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that in the drawer.
Is there an envelope with that? Is this it?
It's one of these. Don't touch my things. Get me all confused.
All right.
And then certainly by tomorrow, what's today? Saturday?
Today's Saturday.
So I can take all of Sunday to get that thing organized where we actually make a list of the quick picks.
I was
that's
gonna
a-
get it done today.
Huh?
Tomorrow gets busy with people coming and everything, so.
I know we don't have a mail call tomorrow, so we don't.
That's true.
We only have to have it done by Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that'd work. That whiteboard got messy. I've already cleaned my glasses and I still can't see out of one eye.
You need to clean your eye.
There you go, right? Okay.
Behind me.
Amber from Colorado said she got her Shatterpond member card today, and thank you so much.
Those were good. Those were good. Oh, okay. This is applicant. I mean, it's applying for a service dog. An inquiry. And they whoever it is the right height and weight. We have dogs that big, so therefore this is a go. You walk dog. I can drive. Full-time student.
It's very roses in the music. Very romantic, thank you.
Well, and here we tell them they'll hear within 3 weeks. Well, they should. Linda's got this pretty well under control.
Right.
So this goes over there, and it ends up in the inquiry folder. And then the board of directors look at it, the board of all those people, the bossy bunch, they'll have a look at it and decide whether it's,
Michelle Bagman is having Texas Toast Snacks with us.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Over a togetherness party. We have a togetherness party.
You wanna make it a little more interesting?
Okay. Now what am I supposed to do? We only have one box.
Throw pie.
That's it?
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Now we ought to open it, right?
Swear back.
What happened?
I burped.
There are some noises we don't need to make.
It was a burp. It's good.
Oh, please.
Oh, look, there's a loose piece of crust on this pie. What a shame.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Some people you just can't trust. I think people do this to me on purpose. It's sort of an IQ test I go through every night here, trying to figure out how that box was folded up. There's some very creative box foldings.
Who's the woman sitting on the bench? That's Tess.
Who doesn't know me?
I
Must
don't
be a
know.
new person.
Probably a new person. Say hi, Tess.
Hi, Tess.
Hi, Tess.
There isn't a hole. Oh, there it is. I found it.
It's like when you get gas. You get regular gas or you get high Tess.
That's right.
I was very glad you went that direction. I didn't know where you were going with the gas problem.
I meant gasoline.
Gasoline.
But you
Oh, look.
previously talked about other.
Oh, look. We have some prepackaged shit poos. Do you know, I went into Costco with Mariah, who's a young puppy. I did not have any pickers with me because I didn't have any in my car. So why don't we put these in my car? Would that be a good thing to do?
It would be a very good thing to do.
Complete with that.
I
You have
thought,
everything else in there, you might as well have pickers in there.
well, you know, I'm wandering around at Costco and I'm thinking, oh God, if she ever does anything in here, what are we going to do? And if she's a puppy, I mean, it could happen.
And she was good, she didn't do anything?
No, she didn't do anything, but I got ready for it because I thought maybe we might need a packet of washcloths, so I took them up. And then when I was all done, I decided maybe we didn't need them. So I put them back.
Just in case.
I was covering my bases.
Good idea.
That's right. I thought so. Here he comes. The man of the mountain.
Steve, it's not Charlie, it's Steve.
It's nasty out. He's wet.
Yeah.
He's all wet. Get him, everybody.
It's not quite, someone said we should put St. Patty's hats on, but.
Oh, I have one. What happened to my hat?
It's right behind you.
Where is it?
Right behind you.
I can't find it. There it is.
It's not quite St. Patty's Day, but I did get,
It's nice, though. It's a
one
nice
of
hat.
the muffins was a,
It's very nice.
pistachio muffin, it was green, did you see that?
I didn't see that. Did you eat it?
I didn't eat it, no.
Oh.
You probably took the top off it, maybe.
Well, I didn't take the top off the muffin today.
But we are celebrating today.
I'm the culprit.
What happened?
You
I
ate,
ate it.
you ate the green muffin?
I ate the green muffin.
That's all right, you're
What are those
you're
boxes?
welcome to eat green muffins anytime you want.
What's the boxes?
Oh, blocking Wanda.
Okay. Okay.
But it is Pie Day, so we were celebrating Pie Day today.
Pie Day.
Pie Day,
313 or something.
3.14.
314. 314.5, right. There you
And
go.
if we wait until 9:26
What?
and 53 seconds, we'll match it to the 10th.
So
I
happy
can-
Pie Day.
Happy Pie Day.
Only happens once 100 years.
What?
Only happens once 100 years.
Really?
So we won't have pie for another 100 years. So we need to enjoy
Well, I mean, we
these.
can quit at 3.14. Let's not get too specific here. I can do that every year. I'm not going to wait another 100 years for a pie. Come on now.
That's true, you can.
We could all do all sorts of things like inverted pies and things. I'm sure we can come up with some more numbers.
That's a good point. Good point.
Okay, now what are we going to do with these pies?
We're
I
going to
have
eat them very shortly after
Very
we have
shortly.
lamb chops.
lamb chops. This is lamb chop day.
Shall I take one to the
So, and thank you, Tess, for the pies.
You're welcome. Want one in your face?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay, so now we're on to whatever we're on to. Question.
Says,
Huh?
see the white
What,
book?
you?
Oh, someone's asking, does Carla have only 8 teats, or did she get an extra set for this litter? Well, she has 4 Wonder Bras, so we're assuming she has 8. We're assuming she has 8.
They rotate.
Sure, oh, you want to cut it out? Did you
Mm.
I mean, they only have so many, right?
Huh?
They only have so many.
What?
But sure.
Uh-oh.
Bailey, you yakking on a crouton.
What's up? Oh, she had a crouton?
No, I don't know what she had, but she's yakking on something.
A crouton.
Oh, baby.
I don't know that she liked it.
Oh, dude,
She aspirated
She
it.
liked it, she just choked on it.
Now what are we
They only have
doing?
8, don't they?
What?
Yes.
They only have 8, right?
Yes.
So? You came just in time, we're talking about teeth.
Kind of embarrassing.
Oh, stop it.
Chaos.
Oh, has my daughter come out of that room?
Yes.
Huh?
She's liking the puppies.
I know, we watched, I think at least half of them be a boy.
Have you,
5 and 6, and then 8, and then 9 just appeared out of nowhere.
wait, you can't leave yet.
Not getting any attention.
You gonna go take a peek at the
I
pups?
am.
Yes, you are.
Should I take my shoes off?
Oh, no, just track out the same amount.
They what?
Track out the same amount that you tracked in.
I'll try, but I don't know if that can actually occur.
Oh, that's
Because if it
possible.
can, I'll do it at my house.
Steve,
Oh,
I don't know yet.
okay.
Hang on, it's coming.
Going out to get wet again? He's doing a good job.
Chipping away,
Great.
Tracy did too.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks. Thanks, Lex. Thank you. Yeah, she only has 8, but the ones at the back are always the most
Favorite.
plentiful.
The one under her armpit is the least favorite.
I've noticed that already these puppies
Yeah,
are like vying for the ones that, like you
they
can see the
gravitate
more
toward it.
aggressive ones are making it to the back, and it's interesting.
Why do you think that's so?
They're hungrier.
Instinct?
What?
Instinct?
I can't hear.
Instinct. You know the 2 brothers in and out?
Instinct?
Yes, I think I've told you this before, but you're gonna hear it again. They went in the woods one day and they got lost. And
I haven't heard this.
2 brothers in and out. They went in the woods one day and they got lost. And people were looking for them for the longest time. And out came out of the woods. And they said, oh, we're so glad to see you. Where's In? And he said, I don't know, you haven't found him yet? And they said, no. And he said, well, I'll go find him. 5 minutes later, he comes out of the woods with In. And they said, how did you find him so quickly? He said, instincts.
Oh, dear me. No, you know what I think a lot of it has to do with? Is it's warmer back there under her arm, under her leg.
Okay.
They know the warm quick. I'm not sure they can distinguish between the teeth other than it's warm back there.
So you think the ones that are attracted to the warmth get, I mean, some of them get heavier because they're drinking out of those faucets more than the other ones.
You could maybe assume that, but yeah. Genetically, some of them are going to get bigger than others.
Sure. I would go for the ones in the back. Absolutely.
Obviously.
All right. No, you don't hear Wanda barking because she is
She's
way back there.
up with Tracy.
All right, so they want to make sure we repeat the questions into the mic, so.
They want to make sure we repeat the questions into the mic.
Correct.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. Cough. Cough, cough.
Is Wanda ever going to get to go to Costco?
No. Is Wanda ever going to get to go to Costco? No. No, no.
All right. Barb Heiss posted this on Facebook, and she wants your input on whether this is doable. She was just thinking about how years ago she had a cassette. She did say years ago of whale sounds. It was very soothing. With the nursery cam having sound, maybe the puppy sounds can be recorded and put on a CD, or maybe a streaming service where you can buy and download.
Go ahead. I don't know anything about it. I'm so confused now that
You're just squeaking a lot too. I'm not sure that it's, I mean, some people might want it because it's cute.
it is
But
cute.
It's certainly not soothing.
No, it's not. It's meant to alert mommy that they need some attention somehow.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to block out the swear words and things that go along with, you know.
You might add to the spice, you know.
I suppose maybe.
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh God.
No, it's not. I'm kidding. The other day, Carlene said she saw 5 possible Georges in the litter. How do you make that determination?
Blind luck. I tell you, if anybody asks you if you'd rather be smart or lucky, take lucky, because smart doesn't always work. Dumb luck it'll win every time.
Did we take Scarlett's temp today, or what was it?
Yes, it's not 102. I just heard it and didn't write it down. It should be in the medical chart, but I haven't walked out to the medical chart either.
Bethel continuing to improve health-wise?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. She's got an appetite like, man,
That woman comes pretty soon, too.
she's a good girl. Yeah, this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what shape the guest house is in.
Scooter Karen says, all of her friends that bought me chicken bricks for Christmas were very confused when they got those cards in the mail.
I don't, I mean, I could continue to do that. It's just a matter of massaging the data. But it was considerable effort. And the only reason we could do it is we had 3 days with really nothing to do because we were just waiting for her to fall. Well, whatever. I don't know if I can continue or not. Let's find out. I get there.
All right, Blue Penguin wants to know, was Puppy 3, was her name pre-chosen, as in if it's a girl, the name will be given, blah, blah, blah? Or was it greenish as the famous curtain scene of Gone with the Wind? Because she was greenish.
I didn't understand the question.
Puppy,
Louder,
remember puppy number 3 came out like green.
I didn't remember that.
She's still kind of green.
Okay.
So I think the name Vivian maybe was because in the Gone with the Wind scene, she had that green dress on.
I'm supposed to remember all that stuff?
That would probably be a Betsy question. She's not.
Yeah.
Carol Burnett's dress was much nicer though with the curtain rod anyway. So I.
I'm not sure I even ever saw that movie.
You ever saw Gone with the Wind?
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen.
I saw it, but I didn't want to see it. But I did see it. It's one I would have passed on actually. Okay.
I hope those lamb chops are not cooking more. Are they?
I think they
The
were
door should be
cold.
open where
I'll
it just
check.
stay warm.
All right. How do you keep from getting attached to the pups that you help into this world like May? You just know they're all going to be service dogs, and that's what they're here for.
They're going off to a really great life.
Exactly. Very rewarding life, too.
Yep.
Serving an important purpose. And
They're probably going to get better care with their future owners than they would from me. Because there's so many, but they get individual attention. I mean, you look at George, sound asleep in the hospital bed with a kid. You know, we might have to sleep on the floor in this house.
you mean like I did the other night?
Right. Yeah, we're supposed to get a couple more Barker beds.
Oh, really?
It's going to be awkward. I asked for smaller ones. So your feet are going to hang off on the floor.
My feet hung off that one.
That's a big one.
I had my head right up against the couch, and Bailey was sleeping on the couch. And during the middle of the night, I mean, I probably slept for about 2 hours. She rolled over, and her head was right on top of me, and she was.
Well, you know, I don't want to pull a rank at all, but the diagonal is longer than sleeping straight on that thing.
Yes, I understand, but
You can you fit diagonally.
I understand, but that's no point taken. But
It's like folding up tinfoil around Kit Kats.
oh yeah, we are. That's the diagonal
Yes.
fold. Yes.
Yes. That I learned in Britain.
Is it advisable to use those suction bulbs on newborn puppies like they use on newborn human babies to clear the airways?
I just swing them down. I use gravity. I don't like shoving something in their mouth.
They don't do that at the vets either.
They do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I thought you said, didn't they?
They swing them also, but
Yeah.
I have great faith in gravity.
Mhm.
I don't want to shove anything back in there. I don't know. It just seems to work better.
Yes, that's correct. Wanda is back in David's condo. That's correct. And she's doing quite well back there.
She probably got them all out on the floor, and she's in the top one.
Wanda, she holds her own. Don't worry about Wanda. Did Scarlett finally expel the 3 afterbirths?
I'm not happy with what's come out yet. Unless she's licked it and we didn't see it and things like that, I have not seen much come out. Stuff has,
Came out of her the other night.
huh?
A lot of fluid.
That doesn't count.
No, I know, but it was quite a bit, actually. So. Excuse me.
I don't know. George is monitoring it.
All right. Conversation in the nursery.
Sound's on in there, guys. Of course, that nursery camera will pick us up better than this thing.
True. And they can mute it, I believe, on here, so.
Who?
I think they can mute the other microphone on here.
I can.
Well, they can too.
You can on
Who's they?
The CPs.
Oh,
when you're on the machine.
Okay.
wait a minute. They can turn off the sound on their individual computers. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Well, on the Explore camera view, so if you have the two, the house cam and the nursery cam, I can mute the nursery cam so I just hear you guys,
Right.
and vice versa,
Yes, you can mute one microphone or the other.
on the Explore window.
Yeah, but she's.
In other words, if you click on the icon and pull that window up, it has a sound bar that goes across the.
Yeah, I know what
can
you're
mute
saying.
that.
But I've only got one picture at a time.
But you can
Yeah,
have
but you can
two.
switch back to the other one. You mute it, switch back to the other one.
She put her hands up equally. She said she did it. She said there were 2 scenes.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Well, you can, yeah, because you can.
Split
Oh,
screen.
Yeah, because you can do
You
the
can do
pop
a
out.
pop-out.
You can do the pop out window, that's right.
Go ahead.
So if you do a pop-out and then open the nursery one.
I was a little uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, right.
Just saying, just saying.
Well, that's what she did it.
They won't curve,
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
they will flatten.
This is a family show.
We tried.
You're liking the puppy squeaks. Did you read the book, Gone with the Wind?
No.
No?
If I did, I don't remember. Maybe I had to. It might have been one of those things I was supposed to read in high school. I'm not a great reader. I get inspired and I'll go through a book in 2 days, but to be assigned some sort of social study thing I'm supposed to read, none of it stayed in my head. None of it.
Rose Doggy's commenting on there's so much snow. There must be so much snow piled around the arena that it's taking on rainwater. And we were commenting on the amount of snow before, remember? That's
Yeah, oh,
around
yeah.
the arena. It's
Oh, yeah.
incredible.
It's up. Well, it was up 8, 10 feet.
Yeah.
It was up quite a ways. Luckily, there's very heavy metal inside that canvas.
Yeah.
The teepee has taken a hit. That's not looking too healthy. But that's all right. We'll figure it out. Wait a minute. On that water, it's taking on water. I don't think there's water running into the arena.
Well, water drips from the.
Well, that's fine. That's just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have any puddles in the
I
arena.
haven't seen any. I haven't seen any.
No, because it's pretty well graded outside, so the water out there goes out,
Drains away from it.
drains away.
But we also did comment that it has a plus side that the dogs now can't.
Never mind. I was going to tell them it's a wonderful building, and
It is.
and it's held up amazingly. But with 65 Great Danes, one of them made a hole in it. They just ate it. I don't know if they could put that in their qualifications or not.
It's blocked up though. It's okay.
It's blocked up with snow right now, so we're all set.
Oh, these Florida people are just rubbing it in. Is it snowing or raining there? It's 83 here today. It is about 36 degrees here and raining. supposed to rain tonight, and then tomorrow it's going to turn back to snow.
Oh, good.
Snow showers.
Well, I hope he scraped that. Is he gonna scrape that walkway over here?
He did, yeah, he couldn't get it down very far.
Oh, okay.
He did scrape it,
Well, you get a little more rain on it, it'll be gone.
yeah. Throw some salt on it, it'll melt.
Sliding down the hill is not fun. Well, I mean, I don't.
What do you think, are they all keepers?
They are. Let's see. I think my dog would like it.
Bye. Thank you for your help, by the way.
Thanks again, Lex, good job. Take care.
She does a good job.
She does a great job.
How do we inherit her?
She was doing community service for high school,
Oh,
and she decided that she wanted to just keep coming.
Isn't that
after
wonderful?
She finished her community service, so she's
very good. I'm
she's
certainly
just
glad.
volunteering now. She's doing a great job.
Yep.
She's very confident now. She's learned about what she needs to do.
Yep.
And when she comes, she just gets right into it, and
That's
she
good.
Loves to visit with the dogs too, and she does a great job. Does a great job. We have a lot of really. We were talking. Debbie and I were talking about this too. There's responsible kids here are amazing, and how good it is for them to be around this. And
It's a whole new atmosphere, and they learn to be responsible, and there's a reason for it. We nag people
exactly.
only for a reason. You know, when we make laws around here, it's because it's going to work out better that way. And they just learn that that's just the way to go.
Now, if we could just get that Carlson to do something. No, I'm kidding.
She's very cheerful.
Luckily.
Well, she's sitting in there on that eggplant. No, that's not what I mean. Egg. What do you call that foam that's egg? The bumpy foam that's made into sort of egg things. Egg crate foam. Beautiful piece of egg crate foam underneath that dog, so it's much more comfortable in there than it's been for a long time.
All right. Let's see what else we have here. There's more comments than there are questions. Bertha just received her Shatterbog card. Really brightened up the rainy day. I live in Poughkeepsie, New York, near Newburgh.
Oh yeah. I went to the orthodontist in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, really?
He did a warm-up show for his tour.
I can't hear what she's saying. She's talking over there. I don't know what she's
Saw
saying.
David Bowie in Poughkeepsie. He did a warm-up gig at a club in Poughkeepsie.
Somebody did something in Poughkeepsie. I can't.
It's an interesting name for a city. Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie.
I-
If you didn't
I-
want to keep it, then what would it be?
Poughkeepsie?
Poughkeepsie? Poughkeepsie?
I don't know.
Just saying.
That picture of me diving is not very far from Poughkeepsie.
The who?
The picture of me diving,
Oh, really?
yeah, that's not very far from Poughkeepsie. Route 44 and 55, I think, go across that Poughkeepsie Bridge. See, Newburgh had a ferry boat. There were very few bridges across the Hudson when I was a kid. You know, you had to go to Poughkeepsie or Bear Mountain to go to cross the river, or the ferry boat.
We wanted to cross the river, we had to walk across. Oh, we swam. There were no bridges.
Uphill, both ways.
No shame.
No, it's true. There were a lot less bridges back then.
Yeah. You can really appreciate back in the olden days when they had horses and buggies and things. How on earth do you get across the river? Except, you know, if people had flotation devices or something, but no bridges.
When we went down to Washington, D.C., my mother's cousin took us for a little tour, and we went to this place.
You'll get to the story here eventually. Here, keep it going. Go ahead.
Okay. It's called White's Ferry. It's on the Maryland-Virginia border. And to cross the river, you have to, there's actually a ferry that's on cables. And you drive on, it fits 10 cars. I think it was 10 cars.
Huh.
You drive onto it, and there's a wheel on both sides, and it pulls the ferry across.
Wow.
And then it pulls it back. And there was a building next, because I asked, like, you know, does it ever get
Is
flooded?
this current or is this long ago?
This is now. This was
Okay,
a
this
few
current.
months ago. Oh, yeah. And there was a store, like a general store there. And I said, does it ever get flooded? And she said, see the line up there? That's the high water line. And it was about 20 feet off the ground. I went, oh my God. So anyway.
I heard of another one in Vermont just yesterday. I didn't believe it, but there's some state road in Vermont. This is what I was told, which ends in a dead end with a guy with a one-car ferry across some
that right?
small stream.
I don't doubt that.
And he quits at 5 o'clock or something. That's what I was told. I really kind of wondered about it, but
A friend of mine has a company in England, and his company has built the first fiberglass bridge. It's a pedestrian bridge across the river.
Really?
South of England, yeah. He usually makes boats. Did you bring up?
It's Grace. Grace is here. Grace is here.
well, and a bridge. I'm still on bridges.
Okay.
In Waterville, Maine. There was a two-penny bridge where the factory was on one side and people lived on the other, and there was a guy that sat in this tiny little warmed cabin thing and collected 2 pennies from everybody who walked across the bridge to go to work.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Interesting. Huh. 2 pennies.
two-penny bridge.
Never heard of that. Where was that in Maine?
Waterville, Maine, Colby College.
At Colby, really? Huh. I didn't know that. Okay. Is Noelle going to be dating Yellow?
Gonna try.
Yellow's interesting.
We gotta start worrying about that, I think, probably this week.
Yeah, 'cause she's
How long
been
she-
in heat now for how long?
I don't know. It's up on the wall. When did she come in heat? 3:10, is that what that says up there? And we're what, 3:15 now? 14. Yeah, this week.
This week sometime?
They'll let us know, they'll begin to howl.
Karen USA says it's meringue that's made from egg whites.
That's true. Why did that come into
I have
conversation?
no idea. Maybe you said something that I missed. I don't know. Don't know. Okay. Anyway.
My mother used to make White Mountain frosting. And that was egg whites. And it was good. It was sticky and good.
What was it?
White Mountain frosting. And it was basically egg whites and sugar. And she'd whip it in a double boiler. Whip it, whip it, whip it.
Fluffy kind of?
Oh, yeah, it came out real fluffy and stand straight up. It was very good. And the eggs basically kind of cooked in that boiler. But they got whipped. It was a very good deal. White Mountain, devil's food cake with White Mountain frosting. Oh.
I believe you said the dive picture is Mohonk or Minnewaska Lake, 5 minutes from Dumpster Kitty's house.
Really?
Yeah.
It's in that area, 44 and 55. It's not near the lake. This probably was a stream that may feed the lake.
It was a river, wasn't it?
No, this was a fat stream. There's not much water that I'm diving into. It's not much more than about 6 feet deep. When I land, I had to fend off the rocks. I mean, I did not dive down into it. I landed in about that position just so I didn't sink. But it was fun. I don't think I'd let my children ever do anything like that.
Just there are a lot of comments about water on the floor in the arena. There are always a few leaks, and some of it's condensation.
Oh, yeah.
So not to worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely.
Oh, the old arena. I can tell you about the old arena. Water used to run in on the donkey side and run out the door by the feed room. And there was a regular stream, so we used to just kind of, the kind of way you make the puddles, you play with the puddles and you set yourself, but it used to drain right across there. Now it's flat and it's well graded. So anything in the arena now is coming off the pipes. It just gets a condensation. You can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
The arena is not leaking at all,
No, it's tight as a drum.
except for this hole that they ate.
That's on the bottom.
That's right about 3 foot off the ground.
Yeah. Well, several years ago, we had a fire at our school, and we have a big yard sale in May. And of course, we didn't have our gym to have the yard sale in, so we had to rent a huge and enormous tent. And the day we had the yard sale was like literally like a monsoon. I mean, it was raining so hard, and we had that happen. The water ran inside the tent. We literally had to dig a trench through the tent to let the water through because there was so much water.
I've had a lot of experience with those tent things because I used to be stable manager over there at Ann Getchell's Groton House horse event, where we had things like 500 horses for the weekend for that jumping bit all over her place. And there were a lot of funny stories, but digging trenches is one of them. The another thing is keeping the night watchman from drinking beer up on top of the roof. It was another problem we had with those great big tents, huge tents. I mean, we had 500 horses entered, and probably half of them stayed on the grounds at least. It was a big deal. It still is. I think it's still running.
Really?
And this was way back when Trish, Ann, and I were running around with chainsaws and dragging logs around and things and building jumps. Ann's pretty good at that jump building business, and she's got some spectacular jumps there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. But there's a lot of funny stories.
Well, let's hear one. Come on.
My favorite is the time. There was a lot going on. You have to realize there was a lot going on. At any rate, Ann decided we ought to have a spectators party on Saturday night because that's usually what you did when these events and things. Nobody had anything to do Saturday night, so you had a dinner party, etc. Dinner party, but barbecue is what we planned. And so she got Susanna, another horsey friend. Susanna was in charge of boiling these chickens to get ready to pour the barbecue sauce on them and make it look good over the fires over at Ann's. And so Susanna spent the day boiling 200 chickens and put them in a garbage bag, the kind that you could see through. So now she's walking down the driveway with these 200 gray-looking barbecued chickens. And Ann forgot to tell the people to come. So we had a lot of chicken then we had to deal with. The next year, everybody came and we forgot to buy silverware.
Hey, what's she doing in here?
We wore her out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Wanda's here.
All right. Wanda. Be a good girl. No, I'm out of food. I'm sorry. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Someone else said D3802 got my Chattapon card today in Moncton, Maryland. Neighborhood had to hear my woohoos. I even saved the envelope, a treasure for keeping, at least in our house. That's great. And
Well, if I could come up with a volunteer around here to manage, it took a long time to run all those things through the embalmer or whatever that thing is. Well, you
I'll
gotta,
send you an embalmed chicken too, along with it.
yeah, you run those things through and you got to sit there while it diddles with it. It was a big project. But we might be able, I don't know, who knows? Depends on somebody else would have to do it because I don't think I could intellectually cope with it again.
It was a big job.
Well, although in a month or so we'll have another dog having babies, maybe
Yeah, all right.
maybe we just start again. I don't know.
Well, people are sitting here, you just have them start doing cards. In Harper, my grandma taught me how to make the White Mountain frosting. It's everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Have you written any books? We would really love to read up on your stories. And someone commented about Janine's book.
If they read it, Janine's working on another one now.
Oh, is she?
Well, we talked about that in the car ride. See, that was 4 hours of Janine's undivided attention, which you don't always get. I mean, usually she comes in here and it's what's in the icebox and she leaves. So we had a chance to talk about a lot of things
That's good.
going down there. Where do I finish chewing this?
Chew your food.
The first thing we had a lot to talk about was the fact that we were going to Granby, Connecticut. And we both had cell phones. And we had a car with a GPS. Now, so we have three sources of how to get to Granby, right? And she kept saying Granbury, which sounded like Danbury. And her phone and the car were giving directions that I knew were wrong. But I was missing the fact that she was putting an extra syllable in the thing.
Okay.
I mean, we were having, because I knew that wherever we were going was over by, sort of behind that wonderful New York delicatessen there off Route 84, where I used to get all the garlic buckets. There's a wonderful New York delicatessen
Really?
north of Hartford on that 84. I think it's exit 65, if I'm not mistaken. But at any rate, I had fortunately looked at the old map business. And I knew that it was over there somewhere, but all three sources of our technology had us going somewhere else south of Hartford.
But you were giving it wrong information.
It was damn close. It was close. At any rate, we had a lot of arguments by the time we got there. It took us a lot less time to get home because I said, look, let's just go up 91 and hit the Mass Pike. And that did it very nicely.
That's all you need to do.
We didn't have to go to Hartford at all. You know, there again, there was a river there. There's a problem. You got to find a bridge to get over the damn thing, you know? It's a big one, too, that Connecticut thing.
The Connecticut River.
I was always going to float down that in a canoe or something.
It's kind of a big river to float down in a canoe.
But it's not rapid or anything, is it?
In places.
Is it?
It's a pretty swift current. It's a strong current.
I didn't want to paddle. I just going to float.
How are you gonna get back?
Well, I'm not. I'll take a bus.
You're just gonna drift down and
Yeah.
where you land, you land.
Actually, it started when I was in college. A bunch of us, I don't know, maybe we had too much. I don't know. At any rate, we were thinking that it might be possible to do it in a flotation device made of ping pong balls. And we thought maybe we could float down on a bunch of ping pong balls, but I thought perhaps a canoe might be better.
I'd go with the canoe. Always put ping pong balls around the canoe.
Yep.
All right. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
We're done.
We're done. We can have lamb chops now?
We can have lamb chops.
Wow. Okay, I'm shutting this off.
Thank you, folks. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, the other camera's on still.